Remember to subscribe, and hit the bell icon, to never miss an update from Dr. Mike Baby Care Channel.
Your pregnancy. Week 32. At 32 weeks pregnant, you're probably dealing with some end of pregnancy to-dos, like telling your health insurance there'll be a new arrival soon, and figuring out how the heck to install an infant car seat. Your 32-week fetus has probably turned into the head-down position, or will turn soon, so they're poised for the trip down the birth canal. Don't worry, you still have a little more time to mentally prepare for that. Your baby's development at 32 weeks. At 32 weeks, your baby is about the size of a squash. Your baby is getting closer and closer to looking like the baby you will meet when he is born. For example, his eyelashes, eyebrows, and even the hair on his head are now all in place. Your baby may be standing on his head now, or sometime soon. Most babies move into the head-down position at least a few weeks before birth. Don't be surprised, though, if your little acrobat decides to change positions several times before he's born. More and more fat is forming under your baby's skin. This has slowly turned your baby's skin from see-through to its current, opaque state. That's not all, your baby's toenails have been growing and are now visible. All your baby's major organs are fully developed now, except for the lungs. So even if you gave birth this week, your little one would probably do just fine. Your baby's skeleton has completely formed, but the bones are still very soft and pliable. 32 weeks pregnant symptoms. As your baby is getting closer to maxing out space in your growing uterus, you might notice some changes in the way they move. Symptoms related to the size of your belly, like backaches, leg cramps and heartburn, may also be getting a little worse. Change in baby's movement. As your baby gets bigger, there's less room for them to move inside your uterus. You might begin to notice their formerly bold kicks becoming replaced with wiggles, squirms, knocks, and nudges. The type of movement you feel is not as important as feeling it. Heartburn. If you haven't experienced heartburn during your pregnancy, it could still pop up. If you've been having it all along, it can get worse in the third trimester. On top of pregnancy hormones that slow digestion and make it easier for stomach acid to back up into the esophagus, your uterus is now big and heavy enough to put a lot of pressure on your stomach. While you might not be able to avoid it entirely during pregnancy, diet and lifestyle changes may help. Here are some general tips you can try that can help alleviate heartburn. Avoid bending over or lying down right after a meal. Try to wait at least 1 hour. Don't eat right before you go to bed. Eat frequent, small meals instead of 3 large ones. Eat slowly and chew your food well. Talk to your provider about safe over-the-counter medications like antacids. More Braxton Hicks contractions. Those practice contractions are likely getting more frequent and stronger. There's one big difference between Braxton Hicks contractions and the real deal. These guys are painless, they just feel like the uterus is tightening and go away. Real contractions just keep coming. Darker nipples. Suddenly those areolas look darker thanks to hormonal changes. No one knows exactly why, but one theory is they darken so baby can see them better for breastfeeding. Your body is pretty amazing, right? Vaginal discharge. The increased discharge is your body's way of preparing for delivery. It prevents infection down there. Keep your eye out for the mucus plug. This thick, gooey, sometimes bloody, substance covers the cervix until a few days, or just hours, before labor. Another thing to keep an eye on, discharge that seems more like a watery liquid. If you're having a constant flow that's more like water than discharge, your water might have broken, causing a slow leak. If that's the case, call the doctor and get to the hospital, stat. Pregnancy checklist at 32 weeks pregnant. Stock up on any baby gear and nursery essentials you're still missing. Do a practice drive to the hospital or birthing center so that you can time how long it takes to get there. Continue taking your prenatal vitamins, eat healthy meals, and get a little exercise. Decide who will be in the delivery room. Start packing your hospital or birthing center bag. With just 8 weeks to go before your expected due date, time may feel like it's simultaneously speeding up and slowing down. By now, you've probably become a pro at listening to your body, and don't stop now. Take your body's cues for when to slow down or power through, and remember that in a few short weeks, you'll be nearing the finish line. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.